today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Kyler Murray and the Las Vegas Raiders taking on Tom Brady and the Buffalo Bills.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Las Vegas Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. On the return, Corey Ballantyne. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And they'll be led out by their quarterback in his second season now from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, first down.
Williams. That's good for a loss.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun now for Murray. Going deep here for Allen. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Poyer. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They will be led out by perhaps the best ever. At 43 years of age now, it's the great Tom Brady.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins.
Brady.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
First down, Bills.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsey. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Lindsey, the ball carrier.
A look at the numbers a week ago for Lindsey. 15 carries, 58 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
Brady's throw there complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Valentine to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
On the return, the Raiders take over 1st and 10.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Begin the drive with Williams. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career, that draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
They run again with Dillon. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
The ball carrier.
Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
Kyle Fuller. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 44, Murray. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 31-yard line.
Vegas.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 7 catches, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
Having a nice season, number 8 in the league in receiving yards, and not just making his team happy, but anyone who's picked him in fantasy football.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Complete. Chris Harris on the coverage.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Khalil Mack, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Waiting for it back deep, Antonio Callaway. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own.
So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. gun. It's Brady. He'll find Lindsey here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
21 yards.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 13
and I put my first tally mark next to the Brady to Gronk counter here.
I think it may be the first of many because once they get going, look out. Things tend to snowball. Tom Brady trusts Gronk as much as any receiver I think he's thrown to in his career. And it's evident when you see that.
And that's saying something.
That's saying something right there. But he's earned it.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Phillip Lindsey, the ball.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
36-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Brady now to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Malik Collins able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
See if they do that. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bills 7, Raiders nothing.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
And the Bills.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Good coverage that time by Malcolm Butler. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. He's at the 50. 30, the 20, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. A rare pick 6 thrown by Tom Brady. He'd thrown only 14 regular season pick 6s in his career coming into this season. A couple others in the playoffs, the one to Robert Alford in Super Bowl 51, and you might remember the Titans' Logan Ryan doing it late in the wild card round loss a season ago. Now the extra point.
For the extra point.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not much happening on the return. He's hit this to about the 23.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 40-yard run on 1st down.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun now for Brady. He will find the rookie from LSU. That's Justin Jefferson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
1st down, Buffalo.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Cameron Wake in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Another try after the 1st down sack. Brady quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Gronkowski. It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A throw complete to Dorsett.
Murray's pass complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield, guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. This is Dillon on the counter. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14.
Kwiatkowski there on the tackle. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 14 at the 48-yard line.
On Murray. And Jones has it over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun. Murray. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams.
Murray's pass.
Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, Murray over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Vegas.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing again, Murray. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Murray again. And this is caught by Allen. Touchdown, Raiders. Keenan Allen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Austin McGinnis out for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Well, going for Jefferson downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Justin Jefferson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Gold to add the extra point. Now we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 18 more yards there and another first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray being chased out left. Pass them. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
4-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage.
It's the score. Raiders 17. Bills 14.
Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
29-yard line.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit, but first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, and it's the Patriots leading that one in the 2nd quarter. Drew Lock, 4 touchdown passes. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Matt Ryan, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Josh Allen, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Brady, complete to Jason Wilton. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, Brady. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down.
They'll try the draw, Lindsey. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Lindsey. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 20-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady, and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll run for it with Peterson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run with Lindsey. Yeah, he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Adrian Peterson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills have retaken the lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Now Gold for the extra point.
Point after.
It's up and good to make it 21-17. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run by Adrian Peterson.
Robbie Gould.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Ballantyne to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in Q3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Murray. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, here's Murray. For Kidder here, it's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
That's good.
7 yards there and a first down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Murray's pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Results in a fourth.
Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So here are the Bills to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. The 40, 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Phillip Lindsey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Robbie Gould.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Murray now on 1st down. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And to the right side here, it's Allen. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
For Las Vegas. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Murray now. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Micah Hyde on the coverage.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. He'll drop this down to Williams. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Steps away to his left. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And Allen's got it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 34. Now Murray. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Tyson Alualu gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. After the first down sack, Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
Murray's pass.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
A gain of 14 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. It's caught. Jones. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Operating from the gun, Murray. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. T.J. Hockenson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are back within a score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Galloway on the return. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Another run by Lindsey. And will be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he is going to have the first down. And that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it. And the clock will roll down to zeros. 4 weeks in, 4-0. I don't think anybody needs to alert the 72 Dolphins just yet, but great start to the season.
Great start. How about taking a knee at the end? And there's no better feeling for a team than to do that, to close out a victory. But you're right, at 4-0, they're sending a message to the rest of the league. They're going to be tough to deal with.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for Buffalo, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.